but the Chinese logic is that when an industrial revolution happens, what that really means is that there's a new factor of production that has emerged and is a new dominant strategic resource that states are going to compete over. And the previous factors of production that have become the basket of critical state resources are land, labor, capital, and technology from previous industrial revolutions. And what the digital revolution is about is the emergence of data as a factor of production. And that's what China's competing for. And what does it mean that China's competing for this? There's like a first level, which is that China wants to access more data. And I think that that's pretty intuitive, especially because like that's how you compete for land, for example. So China wants to make sure that both by accessing its own national data and protecting that, and by going out into the international system and acquiring foreign data, it has more information. But the other thing that China wants to do, it's not just access, it's also control. Beijing wants to develop an international digital footprint so that it can shape what data moves where, how, controlled by whom. Because if China can do so, it can control everything the data controls, which is effectively every other factor of production in today's environment. And it can have access to that, but it can also shape every other movement, all other distribution, production, allocation of goods. And I mean, that's the kind of power that no state has ever had in the world before, and is pretty remarkable, but also pretty terrifying as a national objective.